Ngabe kuyiciniso ukuthi nge-28 wabona-ke wena-ke iphepha elali evezeke imifanekiso yalaba bangena khona laphana kwaKhumalo
28 of
28th of October 2014. Or let me put it this way, let us just recap. Is it correct that you told this court that soon after your story about what happened in the hostel, a day or two thereafter, you then saw a publication in newspapers relating to the incident at the Khumalo's residence?
yebo
That is true, yes. Ukuthi kuyiqiniso emva kokuthi-ke kwenzeke lokho okwenzakele khona laphana ehostel insuku ezimbalwa emva kwalokho-ke ngase ngiyayibona-ke i-newspaper eyayivezeke iy'thombe zalabo bangena khona laphana
Is it also true that it is your evidence that after you have seen, is it also true that in those publications or in that publication, that newspaper publication, you saw images of identikits that were publicized there as identikits of those perpetrators who allegedly entered the Khumalo residence?
khona lapho-ke kulelo phephandaba wase uthi-ke wena uma umbheka lelo phephandaba wabona-ke ukuthi khona imifanekiso lokho esikubiza ama-identities walabantu abangena khona laphayana-ke kwaKhumalo.
yebo ngakubona kwi-newspaper.
Yes, I did see that in a newspaper, yes.
Thank you, sir. Is it also correct that it is your evidence that upon you seeing the images that were on that newspaper as being the identities of those perpetrators, you then concluded that one of the identikits or one of the images in those newspapers did not match accused number 3?
Kuyiqiniso-ke ukuthi uma ubona lo mfanekiso khona lapho kulelo phephandaba njengoba-ke kwakudwetshwe-ke yona le identity kit khona lapho wase-ke uyaqaphela-ke ukuthi umfanekiso omunye-ke akusiwona okamangalela wesithathu.
ngathi mangibona isithombe ngabona umfanekiso wa number 1 accused number 2 ngabe sengibona ukuthi accused number 2 ngeke ngambona accused number 3 ngoba kwakuvezwe ama-dread evulekile angibanga ukubona ukuthi ubani.
When I looked at the pictures that were depicted in the newspaper, I saw the pictures of accused number 1, 2.
Number 2.
Oh, accused number 2. I saw the picture of accused number 2, and the other picture of the person alleged to be accused number 3. There was just the dreadlocks, but I couldn't make out as to whether this was accused number 3.
So what you're saying is there were identikits of 3 people in the newspaper? In fact, I'm sorry, there were images of 3 identikits.
Of 2 people.
Of 2 people. Shuthi imfanekiso ebeyungakhi lapho ama-identikit?
ebemabili.
The identikits were of 2 people. There were 2 identikits there.
Now, I heard you speaking about accused number 1, accused number 2, and accused number 3.
Accused 1, 2, no 3.
No one angikhulumanga ngaye ngikhulume ngo-accused number 2 and
I did not talk about accused
number 3.
I did not talk about accused number 1. I only spoke about accused number 2 and accused number 3.
Would you please explain to this court the images of the identikits of the image of the identikit of the person with dreadlocks? How were his dreadlocks?
Akutshele ngomfanekiso lomuntu ke obenama dreadlocks. Ama dreadlocks akhe bewanjani?
Uma ukhumbula kahle besithombe besinamathombe abantu ababili, omunye efake ijacket enesigqoko, omunye enama dread side.
Now, if you remember well, there's a picture that was depicting two people. The one was wearing a hoodie.
Yeah, hoodie.
The other one was wearing a hoodie, and the next was not wearing a hoodie. He was just having the dreadlocks.
Ngabe sengibona ukuthi accused number 2 uye lokukhulunywa ngayo.
That is when I saw that accused number 2 is the one that is being spoken of.
Yes.
Yes.
I've said to you, can you please describe the dreadlocks that you saw on that image or
Yes.
in that picture?
Ngithe kuwe ke ukuthi uphane ngengcazelo ke yama dreadlocks owabonile khona lapho kuleyo mfanekiso.
Ngabona nje umuntu abamdobile, ngabona ukuthi unama dread kodwa ama dread ayivulekile emasayidini.
I saw a person that was drawn, and as well as the fact that this was a person that was having dreadlocks that were open on the side.
Say, is it not so that it was your evidence in chief that upon you saying that image of a person with dreadlocks, you then concluded that that could not have been accused number 3? Is that not what you told this court?
Akusi lokho tshela inkantolo ukuthi wena ke uma ubona lo mliso wayedwetshwe lo muntu wayedwetshwe khona lapho kulelo phephandaba umfanekiso wakhe wase ke wena uyabona cha akusena umangalelo wesithathu akusibona ubufakazi bakho lo.
Angishongo ukuthi akusiye umangalelo wesithathu, kodwa ke ngaleso sikhathi akubuyanga ukuthi ubani. Because ngendlela kwakungayo kuyisithombe sasishuthwe kuyi-newspaper sasingafani nesithombe ekade eqhine ngayo ama-dread.
Now, I didn't say that this was not accused number 3. At that time, the person, I could not recognize who this person was. Because the picture that was depicted on the newspaper was not as the picture of the person that had dreadlocks that were braided or bound or fastened together.
Thank you. On your story about the hostel incident, how were accused number 3's dreadlocks?
Laphayana ke kulesi sigameko sase-hostel emfakazini bakhe umangalelwa wesithathu lama-dreadlocks bewanjani?
Ama-dread akhe
Khona laphana e-hostel.
ebewa qhinile, ebe right emahle smart.
They were braided or fastened together, well fastened together. As the witness said, they were smart on the head.
Thank you. By the way, which date are we talking about here? When you were with him at a hostel?
Sikhuluma ngalopho suku okanye yiphi date uma ubunaye khona laphana e-hostel?
Sunday yange 26
The Sunday of the 26th
October 2014.
October 2014.
Thank you. And according to your story, you also saw them. In fact, you also saw him. That's now according to your story. You also
Listen, not too fastidious. Just refer to it as testimony or evidence. According to your story, it just rankles.
according
to this court.
As it is a court matter. According to your evidence at the hostel, you said that for some time they went out. When I say they, I include accused number 3. They also came back. When, according to your evidence, they came back with firearm when they gave them to Kabuza, not so?
Which they gave?
To Kwebiza,
Kwabini.
to Kwabeni, yes.
Ukuya ngawe ke usho kanjani emfakazini bakho ukuthi baphuma abamangalelwa okanye laba bantu ngaphakathi ke sifake naye ke ummangalo wesithathu baphinde babuya ke khona lapha ne hostel bese babuya baphethe ibhamu bayinikeza lona ugwabini ilokho kushilo.
Yebo yikho ngoshilo.
Yes, that is what I had said.
How were accused number 3's dreadlocks upon that return?
Ummangalelo wesithathu uma sekebuya ama-dreadlocks wakhe bekanjani?
Ngeke ngikhumbule ukuthi mhlawumbe ayinjalo ngicabanga ukuthi ayinjengoba enjalo ngoba ngangikhuluma naye ngaleso sikhathi.
I cannot think as to how they were. I should think that they were as they were initially, because I was talking to him. I should think the dreadlocks were still the same as they were initially.
Just be precise, Mr. Zungu. Just be precise. How were his dreadlocks?
I guess sure ukuthi ama-dreadlocks bewanjani
Allegedly upon their return, as per your evidence.
mase ke bebuya ukuya ke ngobufakazi bakho uma sebebuya ke ama-dreadlocks wakhe bewanjani.
Ebesemnyama. Ewafasile emnyama.
They were black in color and they were fastened together.
Were they not in the very same way that they were when you started to see him at around the afternoon?
Ngabe ke bewangenjalo njengoba ubuwabonile okokuqala senjuthi ngaleya afternoon.
Ukuthi mhlawumbe akasawafasile mhlawumbe washintsha qhaqhile.
Perhaps to say that they were no longer now fastened, they were now loosened.
Mr. Zungu, were they still in the same position, were they still in the same way in which you saw him at the very same moment when you started to see him in the afternoon?
Abese sekuleso simo owabona akuso uma ucela ukumbona ke ntambama
Yebo.
lolo suku. That is correct, yes.
Thank you. Accused number 3's dreadlock style. Was it similar to the style of the dreadlocks of the person that you saw in the picture?
Istyle ke sama-dreadlocks amangalelwa wesithathu ngabe ke bekuyi-style ama-dreadlocks owabona kulo mlisa ke okanye kulo owayedwetshwe khona laphana ephepheni kwiphephandaba.
Mr. Mlisa, I don't want to interfere. Is it an image of an identikit or is it an image of a person or is it a photograph of a person? Because these are three different things. What he says is so. Is it an image of an identity kit?
Yes, my lord.
Now, why do you refer to that image as a person?
No, I did not say a
you
person. I
never
said
said
a
that.
picture.
It's
I
a
said
picture
a
now,
picture, yes.
not a photograph.
My lord, he said he saw a picture in the newspapers. So I'm using his very own parlance.
Oh, okay, fine.
Because I don't want to confuse him.
Okay.
Yes. May you answer the question?
Ungaphendula umbuzo ke.
Ubuthini umbuzo?
What was the question again?
The question was the style of accused number 3's dreadlock. Was it the same style as, or that was worn by the person that you saw on the newspaper? Whether it was an identification kit or identity kit or an image or a photo, but what you saw in the newspaper.
Istyle sama-dreadlocks okanye istyle abesidukile la ekhanda sisho iy'nwele zakhe ama-dreadlocks wakhe ummangalelwa wesithathu bekuyistyle esifanayo ke nesityle salo ombone khona laphana kwiphephandaba ngaba yi-identikate ngaba yisithombe ngaba
Engembone ku newspaper bomnisi ama-dread akhe ayivulekile.
now the one that I saw on the newspaper, the dreadlocks were sort of loose or open.
Thank you. Now, let's go back to the hostel.
Asiphindele khona lapha ne-hostel.
Do you still recall that I requested you to show on the pictures that were presented to court here by the state, the lime color t-shirt?
Usakhumbula lokho ke kulezi ithombe ezalethwa umbuso la ngantolo ukuthi ngacela ukuthi ungibonise ke isithombe somuntu ofake okanye isithombe salowo befake iskipa esilayo.
Kuziphi ithombe lezi engangiyibona la noma engangiyiboniswe?
Which pictures are you referring to? The ones that I saw here or the ones that the prosecutor perhaps showed me?
The pictures or the photos that were presented here at court were all presented by the state.
Zonke ke ithombe ezalethwa la enkantolo zalethwa umbuso kanye umshushisi.
Okay.
Okay.
So to still remember, is it correct that you were unable on the pictures that the state presented to court here to identify the lime t-shirt that you said accused number 3 was wearing?
Uyakhumbula ke kulezo ithombe ezalethwa umbuso la enkantolo wahluleka ukusikhomba iskipa ke esasigqokwe umangalelo wesithathu esiline isithombe esinjalo azangikwazi ukusikhomba la enkantolo.
Njoba ngishilo ukuthi isithombe lesi iskipa esigqokile esiline wayesigqoke early ngisafika.
As I have already indicated that the line t-shirt that he was wearing, it was a t-shirt that he wore earlier on.
Is it correct to say that that did not emerge in your evidence in chief?
Ngabe kuyiqiniso ke ukuthi lokhu ke azange ke kuvelele ebufakazini bakho?
Yeah, bengenasidingo ngoba ayigqoke iskipa line early esigqoke lokho ayigqoke lokubone kwisithombe ngenaye lokho ayigqoke ngesikhathi ngenaye.
Now there's no need for that because earlier on he was wearing a line t-shirt and what is depicted in the pictures, those are the clothing items that he was wearing at the time that I was with him. Shonja?
Yeah.
When you say, may you kindly repeat those items again? The clothes that he was wearing when you were with him?
Ubegqoke ungaphinde futhi ke usitshele ngalezi impahla ebegqokile ngenkathi usunaye.
Babumnisi mangutshela ngithi hey mangifike ekuseni emini wayegqoke so kodwa ngalesa sikhathi masihamba wayegqoke ijacket ebrown. Iskipa nibe ngizama ukutshengisa wena ukuthi wayevele egqoke iskipa emini nje mangisafika. Ukuthi ufake kanjani ijacket engafakanga iskipa angazi lokho kwenzeke kanjani kodwa manginaye ebesefaka ijacket.
Now, Advocate Nisi, I said earlier on, when I first met with him, he was wearing the t-shirt. And then later on, he was now wearing a brownish jacket. As to the fact that he was no longer wearing a t-shirt, it is the evidence that I had given to you that at the time that I was now together with him, that t-shirt may not have been there.
Mr. Zongo, look, you don't give me the evidence. The evidence goes to the court.
I am giving you evidence. Okay. Ufakazi buza la enkantolo awunikezi ubabunisi. Uyazwisisa? I understand.
So then at what point did you realize that accused number 3 no longer had the lime t-shirt that he was wearing, according to your testimony?
Uye wabona nini ke ukuthi umangalelo wesithathu akasasifakileke lesi skipa ke esiline ukuya ngobufakazi bakho qapheleni
ngoqaphelile mangiya e-shop kodwa bengahambi phela ngikhipha ukuthi wayengafakanga nginotice noma ngibhala phansi kodwa masihamba se-shop ngibonile ukuthi awasafakanga i-t-shirt kodwa phela ngangazi ukuthi abantu baphumile bogeza bashintsha kwangesikhona ukuthi wayengimele ngembuzo ukuthi wayengafakile so.
Now at the time that we were going to shop mania e-shop noma mabe
shop yeah.
At the time that we were going to the shops, that is when I realized that accused number 3 was no longer wearing a t-shirt. But I should make it clear that I wasn't actually taking notes to say that he's not wearing this, he's wearing that, he's not wearing this, he's wearing that. But at a later stage, he was no longer wearing a T-shirt, and because there was a stage where they had gone to take a bath and perhaps change some clothing items.
There was a stage where they've gone to take a bath. Where did they go take them?
Kunesikhathi la bahambe khona-ke ukuyogeza nini.
Bawumnisa akazange kimazomtshela ukuthi uyogeza. So ngeke ngithi wayogeza ngithe kunenze ukuthi mhlawumbe wayephumile yogeza wabuya washintsha wabuye ngashintshanga because babephuma bengena akekho efika ehlala nami until ngize ngapha.
I didn't say that he had gone to take a bath. I said that it is possible that they may have gone out to take a bath and have changed the clothing items and then came back and spent some time in my country.
Thank you, sir. We proceeding. You also made mention of the fact that he was also wearing a necklace. Do you still remember that?
Ngiyakukhumbula ngushilo.
I remember that I had said that.
Is it also correct that in the pictures where you were requested to pinpoint that necklace, you couldn't do so?
Ngabe kweqiniseke kulezi ithombe la wacelwa khona-ke ukuthi khomba le necklace azange ngikwazi ukuyikhomba.
Angisibonanga isithombe sakhona.
I didn't see the photograph that has to do with that necklace.
Is it correct that when you were requested to pinpoint that necklace on the photos that were presented by the state, you are unable to point out that necklace?
Kweqiniseke ukuthi kulezi ithombe ezalethwa kuwena kumbuso ukuthi khomba-ke le necklace lena-ke azange ngikwazi ukuyikhomba leyo necklace.
Ngiyaphinda futhi ngithi angisibonanga isithombe esine-necklace.
I am repeating that I did not see a photograph that was depicting a necklace on it.
Now you refer to a photo by the state, photo number 47.
Wacelwa-ke ukuthi ubheke ku-photo 47. Unga-check-a la.
Would you tell this court what was happening here?
Ungatsho le nkantolo ukuthi kwakwenzakalani-ke khona la?
Ngibona bamile abaphuza ibhiya ngibonile nami esayidini nabo.
Angizwa?
Ngibona abawu-2 abawu-3 bamile baphuza ibhiya bathatha isithombe.
Ubona abawu-2 abawu-3?
Bawu-3 bese kuba yimo wesi-4.
Okay, I see the two of them.
Omunye ngale ngemuva emontweni.
And it's actually 3 of them, and the 4th is at the back there. 2 of them are actually drinking the beers there. Now, Ubando,
Angimboni ubani.
and there's a person behind that vehicle there. I cannot tell who that is. And next to them there, the person that is now partly projected on that picture It is myself.
Is it not correct that in your evidence in chief you said that the person that is at the back of the vehicle of the cab was accused number 2?
Ngabe kuyiqiniso-ke uthi lona ongasemuva-ke kwemoto ufake i-cap lapho ummangalelo wesibili washo kanjalo kule bufakazi bakho
njengoba uma ubona so ukuthi angemboni kahle ukuthi ubani u-accused number 2 wayengafakanga i-cap so angemboni ukuthi ubani.
As you can see, I cannot see who that person is, and accused number 2 was not wearing a cap, so I can't see who this person is.
My question is it correct that you said in your evidence in chief that the person in the back there was accused number 2?
Umbuzo wami lo ukuthi uthe ngenkathi umshushisi ebuza umbuzo ukuthi lo muntu lo ome emva kwaleyo moto wathi wena ummangalelwa wesibili.
Noma ngathiwa wena uthi ngisho njalo kodwa mina ngithi angemboni kahle ukuthi ubani.
Even if you can say that that is what I had said, but I am answering and I'm saying that I cannot see who this person is.
Mr. Zungu, did you say that or you didn't say that?
Uye wakusho lokho noma zange ukusho. Ngenkathi umshushisi ebuza imibuzo washo ukuthi-ke lona-ke ummangalelwa wesibili. Wakusho lokho noma cha?
Ngaphendula. Ngakusho angisho.
I didn't.
So you
I didn't say it.
If I say maybe ufana no accused number 2 angisho ukuthi uye.
If I had said something to that effect, I may have said that this person looks like accused number 2. I didn't say that this was accused number 2.
I'm not done with that for today. Is it also correct that you said that that red vehicle there is a vehicle that you used to go to Tops to go buy liquor and it's a Uno?
Ngabe kuyiqiniso-ke uthe le moto lebomvu evelela kulesi sithombe imoto enayisebenzisa ukuya khona laphana e-Tops ukuyothenga khona-ke utshwala. Uthe le moto lena-ke kuyi-Uno.
Njengoba uyibona yiyo lebomvu njengoba simeduze kwayo lapha shuthi iye sasihamba ngayo.
As you can see it, this is the very vehicle that is red in color, and since we are standing next to it, that is the very vehicle that we had used.
My question is, you say that is an Uno vehicle.
What i-Uno leyo moto?
Yeah, you-Uno.
Yes, it is an Uno.
Thank you. My Lord, I'm going to request the assistant from the state.
Is that?
An assistant from the state. In
Yeah.
any event, this is information that we got, that we got from the state. The 700 and something photos. I'm going to request them to put the memory stick in their system, yeah? Because there's a photo that I would love, or some photos that I'd like to cross-examine this accused person, like this witness on, my God. Fortunately, I don't have the gadget. The state does have that gadget.
Mr. Valoi,
This is the same scene where you were with accused number 3. Is that the same vehicle that is being depicted in photo number 47?
Yona le moto-ke evelela khona laphana ku-photo 47.
Yiyo le.
Seyiyo le.
Seyiyo le.
That's still the same car, yes.
Thank you, and that is the Uno vehicle.
Yiyo-ke le Uno le. It is, yes.
Thank you. When you look at that vehicle, oh, by the way, before we proceed, you say it was the gentleman who's in the red top?
I guess?
Who's the gentleman with the red top?
Lona-ke ofake ithope ebomvu ubani yena?
Angimazi.
I don't know him.
He was with you in the motor vehicle when you went to go buy liquor?
Manihamba niyothenga utshwala ube nani khona lapha emotweni.
Ngeke ngiqinisekise lokho ngimangikhumbula sasiwu4 ngicabanga ukuthi yena mhlawumbe ayidrive imoto.
I cannot confirm that, but according to my knowledge or according to my memory, there were 4 of us. That
Yes,
were working.
4 of them.
Or there were 4 of them, and I was the 5th person, and I'm thinking that he could have been the person that was driving the vehicle.
But ngeke ngiqinisekise angiyazi imoto ekabani.
But I cannot say that with certainty because I don't know whose vehicle that belongs to.
No, but what I'm asking is, was he with you when you went to buy the liquor?
Angikhumbuli.
I do not remember. I do not remember.
Now, if you can remember who were in the vehicle when you went to buy liquor, those that you knew.
Uma ungakhumbula obani ababe ngasemotweni manihamba niyothenga utshwala.
Ugadla.
It was Gadla. Nobani.
Abanye ngibakhumbula.
The others I cannot remember.
So you only remember Gaza?
Ukhumbula uGadla nje.
Yebo kuba kunayo la isithombeni.
Yes, because I am with him here on the picture.
So you only remember Gaza because you're seeing him in the picture?
Ukhumbula uGadla ngoba yena uyambona khona lapha esithombeni.
Ngime naye.
I'm standing with him there.
Where are you there?
Ukupla.
In that picture?
Futhi ke ukhuluma ngale.
Ukhuluma ngale hayi lapha ngiyibona.
No, not on this picture here. I don't see myself on that picture.
So emphatically, the only person that you remember who accompanied you to talk is Gaza.
Kahle kahle ke uma sesi bexisa umuntu omkhumbulayo ukuthi uhambe naye ukuya khona lapha ngithenga utshwala uGadla.
Engangihamba naye ngimkhumbulayo uye.
The person I was in the company of as we were traveling together, it was Gadla, yes.
Okay, thank you. Just a second. Thank you, sir. Is it not so that still under this cross-examination, you told this court that there's a gentleman that you were with, I think you said it is Mthokozisi, but not this one, something like that. Is it not so?
Ngabe akusilona iqiniso ke uthi ngenkathi lokho ngikubuza imibuzo ke wathi khona ke umlisa ebenaye okuMthokozisi hayi lo Mthokozisi ola.
Yebo ngoshilo.
Yes, I said so.
And today you don't remember that you were with Mthokozisi, but not this one.
Usakhumbula ukuthi ubona uMthokozisi kodwa hayi lo ya.
Njoba ngishilo benganginomthokozisi omunye engamkhumbula ukuthi ubani engikhumbulayo ukuthi ngiyazi ukuthi wakubuka is number 4 ukuthi kuphi uyena ngangamazi futhi
Akuphinde futhi
ukuthi ngithe umthokozisi wakubuka accuse number 4 inganginaye yebo abebaningi abantu asasenabo wayekhona naye futhi umthokozisi wakubuka accuse number 4
to say that I was with Mthokozisi relative to accused number 4. Indeed, Mthokozisi was there and other people were also there.
engimkhumbulayo
Where was
kulesithombe
he
mawungikhumbuza ngalesithombe ngibona uGadla uyena ngimkhuluma ngaye ngoba uyena ngimbonayo.
Now the person that I remember, as you show me the photograph, it is Gadla,
Yes.
because that's the person that I am able to identify on the picture.
When you say who were there, who were there?
Because
You just said there were so many people that you were with there. So where is that there? What is this there? What place is this there?
uthi kwakukhona ke abantu abaningi khona lapho khona
Suke
lapho
hostel.
kuphi
Suke hostel nje kunabantu abaningi. Ngoba nayo imoto lesiyigibela
nisuka ehostel. We're from the hostel since there were many people there.
Yes.
Uthi imoto enze njani?
nayo sayisakibele hostel.
And even the vehicle,
Yes.
we occupied that vehicle at the hostel, or we embarked that vehicle at the hostel.
So Mthokozisi was Mthokozisi, but not this one, was also at the hostel.
Lo umthokozisi-ke ngaphandle kwalo esikhuluma ngaye okanye lo naye ube khona khona laphana
Yebo,
e-hostel.
bekhona ehostela.
He also was there at the hostel, yes.
Thank you. Is it not correct, sir, that you told this court, when you were asked about specifically who accompanied you to go buy liquor at Tops, you mentioned amongst others Mthokozisi, but not this one?
Actually ngiqiniso-ke ukuthi uma ubuzwa umbuzo lana enkantolo ukuthi ubunobani-ke manihamba niyothenga niyothenga utshwala, wasethi-ke wena washo-ke ebufakazini bakho ukuthi umthokozisi naye ube khona khona lapho kodwa hhayi lo mthokozisi lona.
Beg your pardon, actually you said Mtokozo.
Oh kahle kahle uthe Ntokozo.
It's Mtokozo of Mthokozisi.
Bani uNtokozo noma umthokozisi?
Ngithe umthoko.
Mthogo, yes.
I said Mtoko.
Yes. Is it not so that you said that under cross-examination?
Kuyiqiniso-ke ukuthi uma ubuzwa imibuzo abameli laphayana wakusho lokho ukuthi umthoko.
Wenzeni umthoko?
What about umthoko?
He accompanied you to go buy liquor at Tops.
One kapha-ke ukuhamba nani, one kapha
Oh, he was one of those who was in the vehicle
okanye
with you.
walabo ababengaphakathi kwaleyo moto ngekhathi kuhanjwa kuyothenga utshwala eTops.
Ngeke ngikhumbule ukuthi obani njengoba babe u4 abanye ngangabajwayela bakangako ukuthi ubani lo ukhona ngekho emotweni kodwa ngiyakhumbula ukuthi naye wayekhona ukuthi wayekhona ngasiphi isikhathi mhlawumbe sise hostel noma suye hostel ngeke ngikwazi ukumfaka kulokho akangendawo.
I cannot recall who all were there because at that time I was not too familiar with people that were in the same vehicle with me. Yes, I will say that with certainty that he was one of the people that were occupying, or the occupants within that vehicle in Togo. He was one of them, and who occupied the vehicle or embarked the vehicle at the hostel. But the rest, I cannot remember who they were.
Is it not correct to say, just a few seconds ago, you say the only person who you could remember who was in the vehicle is accused number 3 because you're seeing him in the photos?
Bengisho ngawo
Khona manje wakusho kanjalo ukuthi umangalelo wesithathu uyena omkhumbulayo ngoba uyambona khona lapha esithombeni.
uqondile nje lento. Njengoba ubona kulesithombe obungikhombisa ngaso yimi lo uye accused number 3 then ngeke ngikwazi ukukhuluma ngabanye engababoni.
Now this is evident as depicted by the picture. There he is over there, and the other one is accused number 3, and I'm in the picture as well. And the rest of the people I cannot comment because I don't know anything about them.
Thank you. Now, this car that you're referring to as a Polo,
SA?
as an Uno, you say you don't remember who was the driver.
Othi le moto thi iUno wena othi iUno uthi awazi ukuthi ubani umshayeli wale moto.
Yeah, angimazi ukuthi ubani.
Yes, I don't know the driver of the vehicle.
Who drove you actually, you don't remember who drove you when you went out to buy liquor at Tops?
Uthi ke wena awukhumbuli ukuthi ubani owan drive kumisa khona laphana eTops niyothenga utshwala.
Ngizamile babumnisi ukuyikhumbula yonke lento eyishoyo. Side lesikhathi uma ucanga ukukhumbula kahle. Ukuthi ngizamile ukubuza ukuthi ubani ngiyibuza ukuthi ubani. Kodwa njengoba usungibonisele lesithombe ngiyayikhumbula kulesi yasithombe ngiyamkhumbula accused number 3. Ngeke ngikwazi ukuthi lo ovela lapha ubani. Angimele ngisebenzise indlela ukuthi ngicabanga kanjani. Kumele ngikutshele kwenzeka nengikwazi ukuthi lokho kwenzeka.
I must tell you what I know and not what I think. And look, this incident transpired a long time ago, and I've tried to inquire from people who all were the occupants of the vehicle. And as you have shown me the picture, I was then able to tell you that this is accused number 3 that is depicted on the picture. I am there on the picture, and the other person at the back there I cannot recall.
Now, I've got instruction to tell you that your story or your version about a hostel, that there was a jamboree, there was a celebration, or you were called upon to go to the hostel, where accused number 3 was also there on the 26th of August, 26th of October 2014. It's just a hogwash.
Can you explain what is a hogwash?
Hogwash is nonsense. It's nonsense.
Okay. Uyakuzwa ukuthi lento ukuthi wena wabizwa khona laphana kwakungazwa khona laphana okanye kunomcimbi nyalo wenzakalayo khona laphana hostel lapho ke umangalelwa wesithathu ebekhona khona laphana lento ekhulumayo nje kuyi nonsense njengoba esho
It never happened.
lokho azange kwenzeka.
Or let me say, he wasn't there. You could have been there, but he wasn't there.
He could have been there.
Himself,
You-
this, yeah.
Yeah, mina
Wena
ngangikho.
kuyenzeka ukuthi ungabe ubukhona khona laphana kodwa yena uthi ubengekho lapho.
Mina ke baba umnisi ngangikhona nabo bonke futhi nganginabo.
I was there.
Njoba usibona lesithombe sitshengisa khona ukuthi ngangikhona.
I was there, Advocate Munisi, and even they themselves, they were there as well. As depicted by this picture, it's an indication that I was there.
And further on, I've got instruction to tell you that it is yet another hogwash for you to say that motor vehicle is an UNO. That motor vehicle is a polo, it's a VW polo, you know, this hatchback polo playa vehicle.
Manje nalokho ke okusho ukuthi leyo moto kuyi uno ilento ayishoyo ukuthi kuyi uhogwasho kanye le athe kuyi nonsense. Leyo moto akusiyona uno kuyi VW Polo.
Kulokho kushoyo ukuthi kwakuyipholo baba umnisi noma engikwazi kodwa kwakuyimoto encane e-raid njengoba uyibona simeduze kwayo. Ngangayibhekanga ukuthi yipi ngemuva ukuthi yona yipi. Kodwa ngiyazi ukuthi yiyo le njengoba uyibona lapha ngelapha kuyo. Yes, asambe ngayo.
Now, whether this vehicle was a Polo or a Uno, I did not really take a look at it at the back with certainty. But as you can see there, the vehicle that is depicted on the picture, it's a red and a smaller vehicle, and that's the vehicle that we were using.
Now let us take what you have just told to this court step by step.
Ake sithathe kancane ke unyawo lokuqala lento etshelwe inkantolo manje.
Are you now saying that that motor vehicle was not an UNO?
Ngabe uthi leyo moto actually uno
If ufuna ngisho kanjalo wena ufuna ngisho kanjalo mawungitshela ukuthi wena ipholo leya mina ngikukhumbula kwami ukuthi imoto esasuka ngayo yayincane sho mangitshela ukuthi yayincane kwakuyimoto yayiuno ngaleso sikhathi ukuthi uno noma ipholo angiyibhekanga ngangayo
maybe that is what
ungenzeka ukuthi le pholo play incane ngokusho kwakho
maybe that is what you want me to say. But according to what I had presented before you, it's that on the day in question, the vehicle that we're using, it was a small vehicle. And because it was small, I took it was an Uno. It could have been that it was a smaller VW or a smaller Polo.
Mr. Zungu, I am not saying say anything. I'm only asking you whether are you now saying that this motor vehicle that you have all along been referring to as an UNO, it was actually not an UNO.
Angisho lokho ukuthi wena usho lokho engithi ukusho kanti ke ngithi le moto wena ubukade uthi uno usuthi manje akusiyona iuno
angaze ngithi kutshelwe ukuthi akusiyona iuno ipholo so ngivumelana nawe kulokho makuthi akusiyona iuno ipholo mawukuthi ipholo wena unolwazi ukuthi ipholo ngoba ayibhekanga futhi angazi nomnikazi wayo ukuthi ubani
I did not say that it was not an uno. I merely agree with you when you tell me that that vehicle is actually a Polo. I didn't have a closer look of that vehicle as to whether it was an Uno or Polo. I don't even know the owner of that vehicle.
Mr. Mnube, I don't want to. I'm sorry.
No.
Just take it when I say Mnube, I'm referring to you as well. Mr. Zungu, yes.
No, you can't say that. That is wrong.
I'm sorry, my apologies. It's not a train smash. You know, I'm working a lot with Mr. Mnube, so his name is always in my mind.
Sebenza kakhulu nobaba uNcube manje igama lakhe lihlala lihleli la engqondweni yami.
Yes.
I forgive you, sir.
Yeah. When I say Mnube, I don't mean to despise you.
Futhi ke angicekeli phansi uma ngithi Ncube. Yazwa?
Thank you.
Understood.
So you're saying you did not take a look at his vehicle? Although you were driving in it, you drove in it from, according to you now, according to your testimony, from their hostel to Tops. There were also pictures of this vehicle that were taken in your presence, and you are now not so sure. In fact, let me not say not so sure. And you are in fact now saying that motor vehicle, you're not so sure that it was an Uno.
Ususho njalo ke uthi awunaso isiqiniseko ukuthi le moto bekuyi-Uno. Nanoma ke ukuthi usukushilo lokho ukuthi nagibela kuyosuka khona laphayana ehostel ukuya eTops nothenga utshwala kwaze kwathathwa ke iy'thombe zaleyo moto kodwa ke okwamanje usuyasho ukuthi wena awunaso isiqiniseko sokuthi leyo moto kuyi-Uno. Ngabe lokho kushoyo?
Njengoba sushilo nje anginaso isiqinisekelo sokuthi Uno ngizwe ngawo uma uthi Polo. Awuthi Polo ngiyavumelana nawe.
As you have already said, I only heard that from you when you said that the vehicle was a Polo. And when you said that it was a Polo, I agreed with you.
I'm telling you, my instructions is that that was a Polo. So you're now saying it was no longer an Uno, it is a Polo.
Ngiyakutshela-ke ukuthi kuthiwa leyo moto bekuyi-Polo futhi lokho umangalele ngitshele khona kuleyo moto kuyi-Polo. Manje ngikubuza ukuthi wena-ke usuyashintsha nawe uthi le moto kuyi-Polo na akusiyona i-Uno.
Njengobheka nje lapha angaze ngiyibheke ukuthi imoto bani kungenzeka kwezinye imoto manje ufice kuyi-Uno kodwa ufaka uphawu le-Mercedes uyakubona lokho so manje nawe ungangitshela ukuthi uma kwakuyi-Polo leya kwangeyona i-Uno then ngingavumelana nawe angiyibhekanga imoto yabo ukuthi imoto.
It is possible that a vehicle may be looking like an Uno and branded with a VW, or the vehicle was a VW branded with a Mercedes. So I didn't have a closer look at that vehicle, but as you can see, that's what is depicted on the photo.
So are you now saying the signature of that motor vehicle was changed to symbolize another vehicle?
Usho njalo-ke manje.
Cha musibuya kude babumnisi ngithi mina ngiyibhekanga leyo moto kwangenzeka ukuthi leyo moto i-Uno mina ngendlela engayibona ngayo ukuthi i-Uno kodwa mangitshelwa ukuthi Polo kulungile.
I didn't have a closer look at the vehicle. I may have looked at the vehicle and thought to myself, this was an Uno. But if you say that it was not an Uno, I agree with you that it wasn't an Uno.
Thank you. My Lord, I'm going to request a very short indulgence just to take instructions specifically on this aspect. I think there is something that I'm missing here that I definitely want to put on this witness here. I realize it's almost 20 past. We may take the adjournment for the short adjournment. We'll reconvene, I think, after tea time, my Lord.
Okay, 15 minutes then.
Thank you, my Lord.